Jazz snaps. Take a deep breath, because episode 61 is here of the Average Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. We're going over matchups, baby. That's what we're doing. Hello, let's put it in your face. Listen up, nerds. We're going to tell you how to win. It's week 16. It's your championship week. These are the games we're going over. We're going over the Miami Dolphins playing the Cincinnati Bengals, the Colts against the Panthers, Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Cowboys, Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks against Cardinals, the Chiefs against the Bears, and then Monday Night Football. We got a little NFC North matchup. Minnesota Vikings taking on Green Bay Packers. That should be a good game. You know, they keep talking about this Dallas. I guess playoff contention is why they keep talking about Dallas being the game of the week. But I'm interested in watching that Minnesota Green Bay game. That'll be good. But anyways, we're here. Those are the games we're going over right now. We're giving you a little fantasy preview, who to play, who to fade. Before you listen to all this, go on our Instagram, follow us at @AverageBros_fantasyfootball. Ask us some questions if you need any help with your fantasy team. We got your back, baby. Yep. Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube. All links are down below. Okay, baby? If you're watching on YouTube, you got the hint. You know what I'm saying?
They got the hint.
Because I winked at the camera, pussy.
I like it.
Okay, let's go.
I fucking like it.
Let's start it. We got Miami Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. They've been kind of your rival this season.
In terms of like getting the worst pick?
Yeah, in terms of getting the best pick.
Yeah, there you go. The worst record, I meant.
Right. Yeah. Listen, dude, I'm better at words than you are. You're better at fantasy than I am.
I don't know, dude. You're in the finals in one league, and I'm not. I'm not in the finals.
Yeah, that's true.
Your boy, yeah, it was a rough fantasy playoffs for your boy. Week 1 of the playoffs. So,
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Anyways, we'll start on the Miami side of the ball here. One thing I could say is kind of like, towards the end of the year, I always like to try to pay attention to the weather. You get these like, I guess you could call it like a monsoon season, down there in like Miami area, and even these like snow games like Kansas City, New York, a place like that. You get the snow. Obviously, wind's gonna impact the game. But one thing I've been reading up is that it's supposed to be like kind of like a rain thunderstorm in Miami, so that could impact the passing game a little bit there. When it's raining and windy. Both these teams, they're not very good on the ground, so you could run the ball on them. So maybe you see a little bit more running than normal.
Good Joe Mixon game, you think?
I think it's a good Joe Mixon game here.
I know we're on the Dolphins side, but
yeah. We can start on the Bengals side, I guess. So
Yeah.
I do like Joe Mixon here. I'm probably not playing Andy Dalton. You didn't get to the championship because you have Andy Dalton, so you're not playing Andy Dalton. Down up Joe Mixon. I know he's popped up on the injury report, but he should be good to go. And if he's on the field, he's in my lineup, and he should be like a top 10 play. He's actually been like Hansel these last couple games.
Who has?
Joe Mixon. He's kind of been like Hansel.
No.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Sorry, it took me a second. I wasn't prepared. I was listening to the duck quacking in the other room.
It's all good. But yeah, Joe Mixon's been hot like Hansel, so he's definitely in my lineup. I guess I could say for Jesus.
Sorry.
Receiver-wise here, AJ Green, I think he's officially on IR. I was guilty in one of my leagues. I held him the whole year thinking he would come back.
Yeah, by like week 7 or 8, I had a pretty good feeling he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
He just really did burn you with like a 3rd or 4th round pick.
I took him in the 5th or 6th round in one of the leagues, and I've literally just held on to him all year, and it did not work. Yeah, it was such a waste.
But you never knew, dude. But when I seen him, I remember I did the podcast solo on a waiver wire episode or something, or I can't remember, or it was a Thursday night matchup I think I did, and I remember there was reports that week of him sprinting, doing sprints, and I was like, oh, rejoice. And I remember when after he didn't play that week, I was like, okay, dude, this motherfucker's not going to play.
Yeah.
Because you see guys coming off playing with injuries that there's no signs of them doing crazy sprints, like full participation in practice, and then they still play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of me feels like he just didn't want to play. They're not very good. He doesn't want to re-aggravate
not just
it.
part of me, full like all of me.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what happens to him because he's in a contract year. Do they re-sign him to, like a 4-year deal where he ends his career in Cincinnati? Does he, bless you, does he get franchise tagged? They could franchise tag him for 1 year, but I'm not sure if that's the right move to do. Or do they just move on from him? I mean, you have like the emergence of a Auden Tate. Tyler Boyd's obviously been pretty solid. John Ross is there. So do you kind of just move on from him and,
right. Yeah, it's curious. Yeah, it is interesting. It will be interesting.
I would like to see him go to a different team. Like I would like to see an AJ Green. Like imagine an AJ Green opposite
in Pittsburgh.
God damn it.
We need a receiver, dude.
No, you guys don't need receivers. You got receivers. I mean, it would be nice, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'd like to see him in, like, a Green Bay, opposite of Devontae Adams or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, to give Aaron Rodgers a real second threat,
Yeah, that would be cool.
Jimmy Graham is non-existent. I think that would just be, like, an amazing spot.
Bro, you don't think we need receivers?
I don't think so.
Well, I think that's the only thing we need.
I mean, maybe. AB's
Our O-line's pretty good.
AB's going to come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, so with that being said, yeah, just kind of interesting to see what happens to AJ Green going forward. But I think for the Cincinnati Bengals, starting players, this week in their championship game, I think it's Joe Mixon, you're dialing him up, and then Tyler Boyd. That's it. No one else I'm thinking about playing this.
Don't get weird.
Yeah, that's it for those guys. Not playing the defense. Cincinnati's defense is pretty bad. On the flip side, it'd be Devontae Parker as a for sure locked and loaded. You're dialing him up. I mean, just. It's nice to see him finally put it together being a Dolphins fan. He got drafted in the first round several years ago, and he just couldn't stay healthy is what it was. It wasn't really the talent. He just couldn't stay on the field. But finally this year, he's been healthy. But in 10 of his last 11 games, he's had 11 or more PPR points. And he's just been, like Hansel. He's been hot lately. 4 touchdowns in his last 3 games. The only game he didn't score a touchdown was the game he left with a concussion. So if Devontae Parker's on the field, he's in my lineup, and I think he's just a stud. He's been getting like double-digit targets. With that being said, I know Fitz has been kind of like a popular streamer this week. For some, I've been looking at a couple things, but I don't know if I've been playing Fitz this week. Like I said, it could be raining. I mean, he's been doing pretty good as well lately. But if it's raining, I might pivot to a different. I'd rather have a different player.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even like it sounds crazy, but like a Drew Lock or. I don't know, Danny Dimes. I do like Danny Dimes a lot this week, But like I said, I feel like if you're in the championship, you didn't get there with these guys.
Yeah, but maybe maybe this is like a play draft league or something like that.
Yeah,
not so much.
Yeah, for me personally, with the weather, if it impacts the game, it's on the Miami side of the ball. It's Devontae Parker, and that's it. No Gesicki, no Fitzmagic,
no Patrick Laird,
no none of that shit.
Don't get fucking weird.
And then you're not playing the Dolphins defense at all.
Or you're not playing the Bengals defense either.
Neither.
Yeah.
Next matchup right here, you got the Panthers traveling. Going to play the Colts in Indianapolis. The Colts are -7. It's a 46.5 point over-under. We can start on the Panther side of the ball here. Will Grier, the third-string quarterback, he's set to make his rookie debut for the Panthers here. You're definitely not playing him. I mean, for the Panthers, it's almost like...
Didn't we have a beer bet for Cam Newton coming back or not?
We did. I think we lost that one, me and Anthony.
Yeah. Fucking pussies.
Yeah. But I think for the Bengals, the Bengals side, the Panther side of the ball here, it's Christian McCaffrey, obviously set and forget it. Fantasy MVP right there.
You're not playing Will Grier.
You're not playing Will Grier. But it kind of makes me nervous because DJ Moore has been... on fuego lately, with Kyle Allen. I wonder if that kind of translates over with Will Grier, or does
DJ Moore
does he take a hit here? Yeah, he's been hot like Hansel.
Yeah,
I think you still got to dial up DJ Moore. I mean,
really?
If you, yeah, I think they're behind in this game. You can run on the Panthers, so I think the Colts put up a good amount of points on him. So I think that DJ Moore sees at least like 8 targets plus in this matchup, and. I mean, I would like to think that he's still the go-to guy in that offensive scheme. Yeah, he probably takes a little bit of a downgrade with Will Grier because you don't know what you're going to get from him. But, I mean, I don't know. You got to the finals probably because of DJ Moore. Like, who are you sitting him? Who are you sitting him for?
Brashard Perryman. I would sit him for... I would even play A.J. Brown over DJ Moore. Even in that matchup,
that's so tough because
I would play Cooper Kupp.
It's the variable of like you just don't know what you're gonna get from Will Grier.
That's what I mean. Is like I don't trust that. That scares me.
It is a little nerve wracking, especially for the championship, But
For me, that just scares me. If I'm in the championship, I'm not. If I'm going for that chip, I'm a little nervous.
yeah, it is a little. It's a variable that you don't know.
I think you're right. Like, I definitely think he's startable, but I just would be. It's just sketchy to me.
He's startable, but the upside's not there like it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see because you never know. Maybe Will Grier leans on Curtis Samuel a little bit more. Maybe he leans on the tight end a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, if I'm starting one of these guys, Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Greg Olsen, if he's back on the field, it's DJ Moore and that's it. I'm not messing around with Curtis Samuel. I'm not messing around with Greg Olsen in this matchup.
Right.
Definitely not playing Panthers defense in this one. Colts side of the ball, I'm not playing Jacoby Brissett. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah. After last week, no.
Yeah. Probably the favorite player on the Colts would be Marlon Mack. I know he had a bad game last week, but the Panthers have just been giving it up on the ground. They give up the league worst. They give up 5.2 yards per carry, and they've given up the most touchdowns to running backs in the NFL, 26 touchdowns.
The only person that didn't put up anything was the Falcons' backup. What's his name? Everybody picked him up.
Oh, yeah, Brian Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the only one that I've seen not put up numbers against.
Yeah. The Panthers have, like I said, they give 26 touchdowns. That's 7 more than the next closest team. So they're not good.
Like you said,
They're not very
they're
good.
giving it up.
They're giving it up. So, yeah, Marlon Mack would be a top 10 play for me this week. He's probably going to be helping you bring home that trophy, those bragging rights, that money, that moolah.
They're the Panthers are like, we're going to teach you
How to enter it.
the end zone. That wasn't very good. But, hey, listen.
Fucking like
it.
I like it.
I guess the question would be T.Y. Hilton here. I mean, you feeling comfortable with T.Y.?
2 quacks for yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a yes.
Listen, yeah, I like T.Y. Hilton.
I mean, I think you're at home. Here's the thing: if you can run
Carolina's
the ball,
defense has been their pass defense is better from what I understand than their run defense. But I think the team is just usually a better team just in general with T.Y. Hilton back.
yeah. I mean, they're at
The
home,
stats are kind of crazy.
and when you can run the ball, the play action's there. So that's obviously T.Y. Hilton's bread and butter. So yeah, I definitely like T.Y. Hilton in this matchup here. Jack Doyle, not really playing him. He hasn't really been performing without Ebron on the field. I'd rather go grab a guy. I know it sounds gross, but I'd rather go grab like an O.J. Howard. If Hollister's available, he plays the Cardinals. We'll touch on him later in the matchup, but I'd rather play him. So not playing Jack Doyle this week. Colts defense, decent streaming option here. They're at home. They've been pretty solid defense actually all year, and then playing against a rookie quarterback on the road, making his debut. So not mad at the Colts defense right here. If you need a streaming option, we touched on the last episode. The Denver would probably be our number one streaming option. They were available in a ton of leagues, so if they're out there, definitely go grab them.
I don't mind that Colts defense. It's always not a guarantee, but it's always good against these rookie quarterbacks for sure. I don't mind that. It's a good call. I like that.
Next matchup right here, you got the Ravens. They're -10 traveling to play the Baker Mayfields in Cleveland. 49-point over/under.
Baker Mayfield.
Ravens side of the ball, just run through it real quick. You're dialing up Lamar Jackson, MVP. Mark Ingram, stud. Mark Andrews, I think you're playing him in the tight end spot. I guess the only question would be is Marquise Hollywood Brown. You feeling comfortable playing him or Hollywood Brown or DJ Moore?
Fuck. God damn.
I think I'd go DJ Moore. At least I know he's probably going to get 8 targets or so. I would like to think at least.
Listen, at that point,
Pad the wire.
I might fucking pad the wire, dude. I might.
Rashard Perryman?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I might go DJ Moore on that.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about Hollywood Brown. He's a boom bust guy. So if you're throwing him in your lineup, he could boom for you. He could hit the home run, but if he goes out there and he puts up a 3 for 38 type of game, I mean, that's a scenario as well. I mean, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel in the championship about having him. Like, I would probably go grab like a Rashard Perryman for the possibility in a shootout that, Jameis has got to throw the ball to somebody.
Right.
Maybe the Ravens get out to a big lead. They run the ball a little bit more. They don't have to throw the ball a ton. Maybe Lamar only throws the ball 20 times tops, you know.
Yeah.
Or James is going to throw the ball 40 times probably. So,
Making a lot of good points here.
Yeah. Ravens defense, I'm dying them up. Baker Mayfield has not been good. I don't care. I know they won last game, but they won because Nick Chubb had a monster game, not because Baker Mayfield led
They
them.
didn't win. They didn't win last week. The Browns?
No, I'm saying the reason the Browns won.
They didn't win.
I'm saying let me finish.
Oh, against the Ravens.
Yeah, the reason the Browns beat the Ravens is not because of Baker Mayfield. It's because of Nick Chubb. So I'm not.
Dude, you got mad for a second.
Dude, well, because you cut me off, dude.
Yeah,
I'm trying to inform these people over here. Like, you just cut me off, dude. The grown-ups are talking. The grown-ups are talking right now.
Okay,
right?
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ravens defense, dial them up.
It won't happen again.
Yeah, you better not. Ravens defense, dial them up.
Yeah. That's the best when someone interrupts you and then you're just like, listen, you're not listening to me. Let me talk.
Shut your lips and learn.
Isn't that the best though? It's like, God, you're like, yeah, I feel like a little idiot right now.
It's hard, dude.
It's good to make people feel like idiots sometimes.
Oh, dude, that was not my intentions. Dude.
It's humbling. No, it's humbling. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Just science, dude.
All right. Anyways, starting Ravens defense. Cleveland side of the ball. With that being said, Baker Mayfield has just been doo-doo, caca. I'm not playing him in this matchup. Ravens pass defense has been pretty stout, especially ever since they got Marcus Peters. So definitely not playing him. What about the running backs? You got Nick Chubb and Kareem the Dream. How you feeling about these guys?
That's hard, man. These guys just, we talked about like we thought Kareem Hunt wasn't going to really change up Nick Chubb's play, but it really has a little bit. You've just seen like a downgrade from Nick Chubb a little bit. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Are you in a situation where you would want to play, like you would have to play one of these guys? Did you have Nick Chubb in any leagues?
One league.
Yeah.
It was all right. Not bad. I would feel comfortable playing both these guys. I mean, like I said, Baltimore Ravens pass defense is good, but their run defense is where you can beat them. And that's how the Browns beat them back in week 4 in Baltimore, actually. Nick Chubb ran the ball 20 times for 165 yards.
So do you
he had
think
3
it's
touchdowns
a repeat
that game?
Do you think it's a repeat game like that? The game script, I mean?
I mean, I think if you know, like, hey, we ran the ball successful on these guys, they're probably going to do it. Obviously, the Ravens are probably going to make some adjustments to take that away.
Right.
But I think that, I think Chubb's still going to get you, 15-plus touches, the goal line work, and he obviously can break off the home run. He's a home run hitter, too. He'll break off some big chunk plays right here. And then I was just looking at some Kareem Hunt numbers right here. I'm kind of mad at myself I didn't, grab him or stash him in some leagues. But he's had double-digit fantasy points in every single game since he's come back in PPR format. So he's gotten you, I think it's like 11-plus every single game that he's been in. So, he gets like those little dump-offs out of the backfield. So
I'm curious to see what happens with those two next year. Because obviously the suspension, that was a big suspension.
Yeah.
So
he was on a 1-year deal, too. So
yeah.
We'll see if he gets re-signed or they let him go. I think they re-sign him, and they kind of use him. How they had Chubb and Duke Johnson in the past? Like, he's the new Duke Johnson. He's just way better than Duke Johnson. I feel comfortable playing both those guys.
When you think about that team, it isn't so insane that they're not. Like, that. Like, the Steelers have a better record than them.
Yeah. They need to boost the offensive line. They need to go get a lineman.
The coaching.
They need to draft a lineman. I was actually talking to my brother about it, but I was saying, Freddie Kitchens, obviously, good offensive coordinator, but I think...
I mean, he was a running backs coach when what's-his-name was there.
Yeah. I think being an offensive coordinator compared to being the head coach is like, it's a totally different ball game.
He's doing the play calling and he's a head coach. That's really hard to do.
I think,
especially someone who's never been a head coach ever.
I think that he gets fired this year. And I was saying, I think if they go out and they get like a Ron Rivera, and bring him in, someone who's like a disciplined coach, like a player. He's also a player's coach too. I think if you're bringing Ron Rivera, you boost up the offensive line over there in Cleveland. I think they could be a better team. Next year. They had to get humbled at first. I feel like they came out thinking they were gonna be hot shit.
It's good for Baker.
Yeah,
watching him on all these commercials, sucking dick.
Yeah. Receiver wise here. I'm not playing Odell in this one.
Me neither.
He's just been dead to me. He's dead. He's dead to me. The last 2 years I've had him in a couple leagues, and he's dead. He's dead to me.
Yeah.
He will be on my do not draft list.
What if he ends up
next
in
year.
Pittsburgh?
I don't know. He's just
like
right now.
Like, what if he ends up in New England?
What are we in? December 20th, 2019. Odell is dead to me. and he will not be on any of my fantasy teams going forward. Could it change 100%? But right now he's just fucking dead to me.
Yeah, I get it.
If I'm gonna start one of these guys, it's
Jarvis,
Landry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we touched on it. I think it was the last episode, but the Ravens actually give up the most points to the slot wide receiver position.
Yeah.
That's obviously where Jarvis Landry lines up majority of the time. So, and Landry's been out playing Odell the whole year.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, Landry is a really talented receiver.
Yeah.
It's just we forgot but it's like you forget because he hasn't had a really decent season.
Yeah.
In a while.
Yeah.
Because
Some good numbers.
It goes from Miami.
Good numbers this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's up there.
Yeah. Did he make the Pro Bowl? Do you know if he made the Pro Bowl or not?
I do not know off the top of my
Did
head.
Jarvis Landry make the Pro Bowl? Do you know?
Yes.
That was such a guess answer.
We're gonna Google
I'll tell
it
you
now.
right now. Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry, make Pro Bowl. Jesus Christ. Hey, Pops.
Yeah, so Landry starting him. Odell dead to me. That's about it for that matchup. Next matchup on the books here, we got
the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's in Philadelphia. This is this is America's game of the week because both these teams are very not good, and they are tied right now at 7-7. Yeah, that's pretty terrible, but they're tied right now for the playoffs. Dallas beat Philadelphia last game by a lot, I think by like 27 points or something. So this will be interesting. Who do you think is going to win this game? I think Cowboys.
I think Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't think the Eagles are very good. I think I was telling you off air, but they barely beat the Redskins on the road. I mean, they're on the road, but I mean, it's the Redskins. They're not very good. They barely beat them. They had to come back and beat them. And then Monday night at home against the Giants, who aren't very good. They barely beat them. They had overtime to barely beat them. And then the week before that, they played Miami, and they lost to Miami.
Yeah.
And Miami's not good either.
Yeah, and they have so many injuries too on their offense, like everywhere.
Yeah.
There's just so many injuries. There's so much, so much going on there. Carson Wentz just hasn't been playing that well. All around. I'm looking at the Cowboys winning this game, but it also scares me because I feel like everybody's saying that. So it's one of those games.
That is,
It's one of these games where I'm not really going to touch it though, to be honest. So Dallas is favored by 1.5, 46 over under. What do you want to start on Dallas side?
We start Dallas side.
Sure.
I mean, Dak, I know he's like a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah. But Jerry Jones thinks he's going to play. Sometimes I feel like Jerry Jones is the coach.
Yeah.
Like the way he talks. But apparently he said he's confident he's going to play. I mean, I think I like Dak Prescott if he plays. Pass defense is not very good in Philly,
No, I agree. I think if Dak's on the field, I would feel comfortable throwing my lineup. I mean, I get it's a shoulder injury, but you can throw on Philly. It's hard to run on Philly, so they could feed Zeke as many times as they want, but Philly's run defense is a little bit better. Where you beat them is through the air.
I will say though, I still feel confident with Zeke this week just because I think he averages like 130 yards against the Eagles.
I mean, it's Zeke. You're definitely still playing him.
But like obviously you're playing him, but I feel confident actually. Like I still think he's gonna put up a decent game.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously you're playing Zeke no matter what.
Yeah.
Even with that defense being pretty good.
What about Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup?
I think Cooper averages like 100 yards receiving against the Eagles. He's only played them at 3 times?
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Don up Cooper. Gallup would be the interesting one, but I wouldn't be mad at flexing Michael Gallup here. He's obviously, he's a pretty good player actually. He's going to get drafted in those middle rounds next year. I feel like 8th, 9th round, somewhere around there next year.
Where Mike Williams got drafted.
Yeah,
maybe.
He's a wide receiver farther. 3 flex guy. Gallup right here. I wouldn't be playing Jason Witten. Could he fall in the end zone? 100%, but I'm not taking a chance on it. I keep reverting back to it, but O.J. Howard's got to be out there, and I would feel comfortable. It sounds so gross, but I would feel comfortable playing.
Really?
O.J. Howard over Jason Witten? O.J. Howard over Jason Witten? Yeah.
You don't like my pink little piggy Jason Witten?
No.
That fool's always pink on the field. I'm like, dude, does this guy have the craziest case of rosacea or what?
Yeah, rosacea sound.
What?
What? All right.
Okay, Dallas defense.
No, I'm not playing either
It's
one
not
of these
the worst
defenses.
thing, but it's not the best. No, yeah, don't play Dallas defense.
I wouldn't be playing them. Eagles side of the ball here. Carson Wentz. I mean,
I'm not playing Carson Wentz.
I don't know how confident I would feel playing Carson Wentz.
Would you play Dak or Carson?
I play Dak.
Yeah, I
even
think
with a
that's the
bum
easy
shoulder, I would play Dak.
Yeah, there's like.
I would even play like a Danny Dimes over
Would you
Carson
play
Wentz.
Gardner?
I would play Wentz over Gardner.
Would you play Josh Allen?
I'd play Wentz over Josh Allen.
Would you play Drew Lock?
See, that one's kind of getting tough. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just weird because I feel like we saw a good Drew Lock and then we saw a bad Drew Lock. But I mean, they're at home. I am just a little
Yeah,
worried
but
that
they played
get
the Chiefs last week and it was snowing and shit.
Yeah, I am worried that maybe the Broncos just get up a ton and they don't have to throw the ball as much.
Yeah,
So I might go Wentz on that one.
yeah. I don't like Wentz in the championship game. He really just like when it's crunch time. He doesn't seem like he's. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't feel good about it.
yeah. He wouldn't be one of my favorite plays this week. That's for sure. I think we can agree on that. Running backs. I think Jordan Howard might. Huh?
Sorry, one more. Would you play Kyler Murray?
I play
Carson Wentz.
Kyler Murray over Carson Wentz.
Interesting.
I think Jordan Howard's supposed to make his return. If he does, I'm not playing him. The only running back in Philadelphia that I feel comfortable throwing in my lineup is Miles Sanders. That's it. I'm not playing a Boston Scott. I'm not playing Ajayi, Jordan Howard, none of those guys. Miles Sanders. That's it.
Yeah.
Receivers, Alshon Jeffrey's out for the year. Nelson Aguilar's out there, but I'm not playing him. It'd be Ertz, and that's it. I'm not messing around with Goddard. I'm not messing around with these other guys. It's Ertz.
I think there's
it's Miles
just so
Sanders, and
many people
that's
that
it.
you could be playing. It's I know there's just so many different tight ends now.
Yeah.
That are just kind of in this second half of the season that have popped up. That like Hollister's, Higbee not so much now because Gerald, but you know all these random guys putting up stuff. I don't know how I'd feel about Dallas Goedert.
Yeah. I wouldn't play Goddard. It's Ertz. It's Miles Sanders,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's only two players I feel comfortable playing on the Eagles side
Yeah.
of the ball. And then Eagles defense, I'm not playing them.
No.
Next matchup, you got the Cardinals playing
Seahawks.
Seattle's minus 9.5. 50.5 over under. We start on the Seattle side
I
of the
kind
ball.
of like the Cardinals plus 9.5.
I know. I was thinking of that too. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write that down.
I don't know. I just think that the Cardinals are actually not a bad team. I actually really, I'm a Steelers fan, but I will say, being from Arizona, I do watch the Cardinals a different type of way than any other NFC team.
Yeah.
And in the games that I've watched, I'm excited to see them play next year, see how they are, because they're not a bad team. They're getting better. They just they're getting. There's a lot of changes going on right there. So, but yeah, we can start on Seattle side of the ball. Russell Wilson.
I mean, I think Seattle's pretty easy. Russell Wilson, dialing him up. Chris Carson, dialing him up.
Tyler Lockett.
I think, Tyler Lockett, you're for sure. I know the Cardinals, their pass defense is really bad, and they struggle against the slot. That's where Tyler Lockett lines up majority of the snaps. So you're definitely dialing up Tyler Lockett here. I even like DK Metcalf, as a flex guy. If you need to throw him in your lineup, even like a low-end wide receiver too, I think he could hit the home run. All it takes is one play with that guy. I like pretty much everyone across on Seattle side. Jake Hollister, all those guys. Minus the defense, I like all the positional players on Seattle this week.
Yeah.
Agree?
Agree.
Arizona side of the ball. I mean,
You don't like their defense.
I don't like the Seahawks defense. No. Arizona side of the ball. I mean, I like Kyler Murray a lot in this one. Obviously, offers the upside in the safe floor with the rushing ability. And then Drizzy Drake, 4 touchdowns last week. I mean, I know Seattle's not the greatest against the run, so I'm leaving Drake in my lineup.
Yeah.
Especially because if he might have been the reason why you got to the finals. I'm leaving my lineup. He can run the ball, catch the ball. Drake's a good player.
I was gonna say, if the FFPC league was a normal longer league, we probably would have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because we had Kenyon Drake, and he just was sitting on the bench. But at the beginning of the season. Once he got traded, though, it was, I think, what was that, week 8 or 9? And we were already, like, we had so many losses, there was no way we could have won.
Yeah.
Even
It's
if we
not.
won outright.
It's interesting to see what they're going to do over there in Arizona. Like, do they keep Drake? They traded for him. He's on a contract year, so I think he's made himself a little bit of money in these last couple games. Does he stay in Arizona? Do they cut ties with David Johnson? I mean, it's interesting to see
That's what
what's
it
going to
seems
happen
like.
in Arizona. I feel like Drake kind of just fits that system
better.
than David Johnson does.
Well,
And
I think
he looks better.
I think David Johnson fit when it was Bruce Arians' system, and I think it's just yeah, like you said,
Does Tampa trade for David Johnson?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
they need a running back. I'm not sold on Ronald Jones or Peyton
me
Barber.
neither.
That'd be interesting to see if they were to do something like that. You never know.
But yeah, so Kenyon Drake, Kyler Murray, I like it. Are you playing Fitz or are you playing Christian Kirk?
Negative.
Nope.
I don't trust those guys. Could one of those guys have a good game? Yeah, but
But you're so set on Kyler Murray, you don't get.
Kyler Murray's got the rushing upside, I think.
Yeah.
And then he could do some dump offs to Drake, a couple passes here to Kirk and Fitz, get some yardage. I mean, Murray wouldn't be like one of my favorite plays this week.
Yeah, like I'm in a situation I have Murray and Josh Allen.
I mean, yeah, right there I would probably go
Gross.
Murray just because you
I
don't
don't
know what
trust
Josh Allen's
Allen.
going to get right
No.
there. But I'd play a guy like Danny Dimes. With how bad Washington is and their secondary is decimated with injuries, I'd rather play Danny Dimes with the weapons he has over a Kyler Murray. But I mean, we'll see what happens. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Kyler Murray, it's Drizzy Drake, and then that's it for Arizona. That I would feel comfortable with.
Agreed.
Jump to the Sunday night game. You got the Chiefs -6 traveling to Chicago. Going to play the Bears. 44.5 over under. I mean, I feel like the Chiefs side of the ball is pretty easy. You're dialing up Mahomes. I'm not touching these running backs because it's so inconsistent, especially on the road in Chicago. Tough defense. I'm
Chicago's
not playing
deep,
any of these running backs. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce,
Don't get cute.
and that's it. Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. That's it for Kansas City. Short, sweet, and
You
simple.
playing their defense against Mitch Trubisky?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Are you?
I mean, no, but
Okay. Chicago
Just
side.
interesting.
Chicago side of the ball. You know who's been hot like Hansel though? Trubisky.
Dude, here's the thing, dude. Is you're right. You gotta fucking warn me, bro. You gotta give me like taps, I like that one, my favorite, I think.
Which one? It's been hot like Hansel. Trubisky's been hot like Hansel. But the Chiefs, their passing defense a little bit better. You can run
It's
on
not
them.
fair. His eyes are so far apart. He could see every part of the field.
Trubisky?
Yeah, it's like hacks.
I didn't know that.
All right, sorry.
Trubisky or Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray,
Oh, I think I'm going Trubisky.
you silly little bitch.
Yeah.
You're gonna play Mitchell Trubisky.
He's been hot like Hansel. He's been pretty good lately. Offers the rushing upside. I mean, they're at home, Sunday Night Football.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
Fuck, man.
Kind of like the Bears +6 right here.
Fuck it, send it in.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't like Mitchell Trubisky.
Actually,
I just don't.
I'd be
I
playing
don't.
some other guys. You got Tannehill out there. I keep saying Danny Dimes. I don't know why I'm big on Danny Dimes this week, but
Yeah, you're kind of.
he's out there, and a couple other guys. You're right.
Fuck
So
it.
maybe you're not playing Trubisky, but
Fuck it.
the matchup's not. I mean, not the greatest, but he's been pretty good. So maybe you just roll with him. He's at home. I guess if you have better options, maybe go better options. But I don't think it's the worst option, is what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't be completely avoiding it like some of these other, like a Baker Mayfield. I'd be playing Trubisky over Baker Mayfield. Or I'd probably be playing Trubisky over Carson Wentz.
Yeah. I might agree with that.
Yeah. Running back wise, David Montgomery could be one of the biggest busts. It just hasn't worked out for him. I don't know what it is. I saw hashtag interesting stat, but I think it said something like in 5 of the last 6 games, Tariq Cohen has outscored David Montgomery. So that's not good. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, that's not good. So yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable playing either one of these guys. It's a good matchup too because you can run on the Chiefs, but you just don't know. And I'm in the championship game. As much as I am a David Montgomery fan, and I think he could bounce back next year, second year in the league, I'm not throwing him in my lineup when the ship is on the line.
Yeah.
With how inconsistent he's been. So yeah,
Fuck.
fading him.
It is a bummer.
Yeah.
I missed him on a lot of drafts, so I'm kind of happy. You know, maybe he doesn't have enough testosterone.
Testosterone?
Testosterone? Maybe.
What about the receivers here? You got Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller.
I don't mind Allen Robinson. Anthony Miller scares me.
One thing I say, just some numbers on Anthony Miller. He lines up in the slot 75% of the time, Anthony Miller. And the Chiefs allow the 6th most receptions, 2 slot wide receivers. And I think it's like 2 of his last 3 games, he's had 100-plus receiving yards, 9 receptions in 2 of the last 3 games. And he's had 11 or more PPR points in 5 straight games. So he's kind of been like Hansel.
There's a lot of Hansels today, eh?
I know, right? So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Anthony Miller if you got him. I mean, you kind of just riding the train of, he's been hot like Hansel, like I said, and I think I'll stick with him. I mean, the Chiefs are stingy in terms on the outside of giving up points to the outside wide receivers. Obviously, that's where Allen Robinson lines up. Like I said, they give it up to the slot wide receiver. So yeah, I feel comfortable playing Anthony Miller in this one. There's no tight end in Chicago. We'll see if they make a move in the offseason or the draft and get one next year going forward. And then Chicago's defense, you playing them at home Sunday night against Mahomes?
No.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd feel either.
Even though the Bears' defense is like, kind of, they have that good defense image. Yeah, no. I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Against Patty Mahomes.
No.
I don't even care if he's not the number 1 quarterback this year. He's still Pat Mahomes.
No, 100% facts. Facts. Jump to the Monday night game. You got the Packers traveling to Minnesota, going to play the Vikings. Vikings are minus 5.5, 46-point over/under. We can start on the home side of the ball right here. You dialing up Kirk Cousins. Monday Night Football for the ship.
No. I'm going to put someone who doesn't have a ginormous nose.
Not sure what that has to do with fantasy football, but all right.
He can smell the defense. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm delusional right now, dude.
I guess what you could say in this game is Dalvin Cook's been ruled out. He's not going to play this game. You just got to keep an eye on the running back situation. It's either going to be Alexander Mattison, who's dealing with an ankle injury. If he's out, it's Mike Boone. And if he's out there, I would go grab Mike Boone, and I'm 100% throwing him into my lineup and playing him with no Dalvin Cook, no Alexander Mattison. Mike Boone is a set it and forget it. Throw him in your lineup. You won't be upset with it. I just think a running back in that system, it's almost like a 49ers system right here. Like whatever running back's back there in this offensive scheme, in this system, is going to do good. So Mike Boone, if he's out there and you need a player, definitely go grab him, throw him in your lineup.
Yeah, I would only play him if Madison's out.
Yeah, that's what I just said, yeah. If Madison and...
Excuse me.
Yeah, Madison and Cook are out, then throw Mike Boone.
Listen, dude, I'm not very good at listening.
Kirk Cousins, he'd be like a middle-of-the-pack quarterback here for me. I mean, this is a division game right here. If the Vikings win, they'll be tied for first place. This is like a playoff type of game right here. They need to win to kind of secure their spot in the playoff race. I wouldn't be mad at playing Kirk Cousins, at home. Maybe they lean on him a little bit more since, Cook and Madison could both be out in this matchup. Maybe they lean on him a little bit more. And you got weapons like Thielen and Stephon Diggs, Kyle Rudolph. So, yeah, not mad at him right there.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins doesn't have a pretty good history in primetime games.
This is actually true. Maybe I retract everything I just said.
So I don't trust somebody who just can't really make it happen. I think he did one really good primetime game, and that was when he played for the Redskins, and he wouldn't stop telling his owner. Remember, that's when he was like, "You like that?" It's like the one game.
No, I think you're right. He's not very good in primetime. I totally spaced that. So that being said, yeah, I'm not playing Kirk.
I just think that, like you said, there's a lot of good guys. I would play Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
maybe over him.
I agree. What about Thielen and Stephon Diggs?
I like Diggs. Thielen just scares me. I don't know. Ever since he went out, I just don't know if I trust him.
Yeah, it's tough. The hamstring could still be hampering him.
The hamstring injuries are gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that when I played soccer, there's that Russian kid I was telling you about. He always had a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
And it just would, like, he would be like, I'm good. And then you come back in and play the game, like, 10 minutes in, and he'd be like, fuck. And his hamstring would be, those things just, they don't go away.
Yeah.
I just don't trust it. Not in my championship game.
Playoffs?
You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, it's tricky with Thielen right there. I mean, I kind of feel like if you got to the championship without Thielen, then you might not need to
You
throw
got
him in
half
the lineup.
you got half of the season without him.
Yeah, you might not need him, so why risk it?
It's like, are you playing Juju if he's in?
No, not
Exactly.
You, so
I think it's a different, but kind of similar at the same time.
yeah. Stephon Diggs, then he likes Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, he just seems. Yeah,
I mean, I guess if I'm picking one or two, it's going to be the guy who's more healthier.
yeah.
So I'll lean Diggs. I'll agree with you on that one.
Which
right
for
there.
a while it was.
Flip flop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now.
Kyle Rudolph. I think we kind of seen when Thielen's not there, then Kyle Rudolph kind of
Steps in.
shines and steps up. But with Thielen there, I'm fading away from Kyle Rudolph in this matchup. And then Minnesota's defense, they're still pretty good, but you could throw on them, and I mean Aaron Rodgers should be able to throw on them. So I'm fading Minnesota's defense, even though they're at home right here.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Packers side of the
Thanks,
ball.
Dan.
What about Aaron Rodgers? I know historically
He gets it done though, dude.
you feeling comfortable playing Aaron Rodgers.
I feel more comfortable playing Aaron Rodgers than Kirk Cousins.
I'd agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Would you play Dan? I mean, it's like, who am I gonna? Yeah, it's just. Would you play Kyler Murray or Aaron Rodgers?
I'll go Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, me too. Would you go Trubisky?
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
Would you go David Blau? No, I'm just kidding. Would you would you play Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan over Aaron Rodgers.
Drew Lock?
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You're gonna call me crazy, but Danny Dimes over Aaron Rodgers.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
I know. I don't know what it is, but I was looking at some numbers. Danny Dimes. There's a couple games where he's had a couple 4 touchdown games, and they've all been against really bad pass defenses. And
Really?
the Redskins pass defense not very good. Plus, they're down a couple starters on the secondary, so I think with the weapons
So
he
what
has,
you're
he
trying to
should-
say is Daniel Jones.
I do that.
That's my new favorite drop, dude.
Aaron Jones, Vikings run defense is pretty stout, but I think Aaron Jones has got 15 rushing touchdowns in the year, something like that. He's like second. In the
He
league in
rushed
rushing touchdowns.
when they played before. He rushed, I think it's 116 yards with a touchdown. I like that. Yeah, 116 yards and a touchdown, 23 carries in week 2. Obviously, it was a while ago, but if they play call and run, do what they did last time they played, and I think
he's an RB2
yeah,
for me.
I think so too.
Jamal Williams.
No.
I don't know.
Not for me.
I don't know if I'll be playing Jamal Williams. It's a tough matchup as it is on paper. And I don't know if he's going to get as much work as you'd like.
I think they're starting to learn if when they run Aaron Jones, give him a lot of carries, they do win games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think they're they're starting to figure that out. So,
It's science, dude.
it is science.
Receivers, Devontae Adams. You need to don him up. Xavier
Dude,
Rhodes has not been the same.
I can say this confidently. Don't trust any of these other fucking receivers there.
Yeah, no, it's
Even
Devontae
Lazard,
Adams.
don't trust nobody.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't play any of them.
Jimmy Graham, not playing him.
No.
And then the Packers defense, I don't feel comfortable playing them
No.
on the road in Minnesota. So, yeah, that's all she wrote right there. Hopefully, just give a little insight, give you some help on these games, and help you win the championship.
I like it.
Yes. I like it. Listen, dude.
The testosterone high today.
We're here. We're clearing you, steering you clear of 0 fantasy football money. Does that make sense? Saying we're getting you money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks for listening. This has been our matchups. Are you excited?
I'm not in any finals, to be honest. Fantasy's kind of dead to me, but got to do it for the people.
Listen, you do. And listen, that's what I love about you. You're modest. Well, what do they call it when you, I don't know what I'm saying. Great guy, though. Best man at my wedding.
Good guy. Good guy.
Best man at my wedding. Thanks for listening. This has been the Average Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 61. We helped you get through all these matchups. Week 16 championship, playoffs. Unless you're playing week 17 too, which if you're doing that, tell your commissioners quit doing that shit. You know what I mean? Because I hate leagues that are like that. But like I said, thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram at AverageBros_fantasyfootball. Ask us questions there. We got you. We'll give you our best opinion, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. All these links are down below. Like always, we're out. I can't even fucking talk right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to what the great
I was like, oh, say less.
little boy said at one point. I'm gonna say less, and we're headed out.